Welcome back to Channel 3 on Meyotch TV with me, your host, Mitch Meyotch. Are you tired of doing all your work yourself? Do you wish you could just pay some people to do it for you, but you're not rich? There's the problem. How do you pay other people to do it if you don't have the money? Well, stick around to the end and I'll tell you a cheap way to have everyone do your work for you.
Hollywood News.
In Hollywood news, in post-production, we've got Halloween Ends, starring Jamie Lee Curtis and Will Patton, directed by David Gordon Green. The release date is October 14th of this year, and it's entitled Halloween Ends. Is it really going to end? Probably not. They've tried this with every horror franchise, and every time they say it's the end, or it's the last film, a couple of years goes by, maybe even 10 years, and they bring it back. So the bad guy never dies. But hey, everyone pays to go see it, right? So, October 14, 2022, Halloween Ends. Maybe.
Product of the day.
Today's product is the Roomba by iRobot. Everyone's heard about the Roomba vacuums, but have you actually had one? Or do you know someone that has one? Well, I've had two, and I can say ever since I got my first one 6 years ago, I haven't vacuumed my house personally since. This thing goes off on the schedule you set up, vacuums the whole house, or just an individual room if you want that. I mean, it is a time saver, and you can get them as low as $200 or all the way up to $1,200. You really don't need the $1,200 version because all that one does is empty itself into a bigger trash can that you can empty after 2 weeks. But for $200, you can empty it yourself after every time it vacuums. So, I recommend that. Today's telecast is sponsored by Spectrum Mobile Service. If you're a Spectrum customer, you have high-speed internet at home, you're eligible to sign up for their mobile service, which is low as $15 a month for unlimited talk and text and 1 gigabyte of data. They use Verizon's network, which is really good. So if you're a mobile user of Verizon, you know how good the network is. And if you have high-speed internet with Spectrum, you can ditch your Verizon plan and get the Spectrum service. You'll still be on Verizon's network, but it'll be a lot cheaper every month.
Life hack of the day.
Today's life hack of the day is when you've written stuff down that you later need to hide from people, such as sensitive information, don't just scribble lines through it. No. A more efficient way is to write over those words with other words or letters. This makes it a lot harder for anyone else to see what you've written below it, whether they use a magnifying glass, computer software, or even place it up against a bright light. By writing over with other words or letters, it's harder to see what was written before. So don't just cross out what you've written. Write back over it numerous times. That's the life hack of the day.
Website of the day.
Today's website is Snopes.com. That's Snopes.com. Have you ever heard urban legends that you just don't think are true? Or have you gone your whole life thinking an urban legend was actually true when it wasn't? Well, this is a pretty good website to check and see. And it's been online for at least, I want to say 10, 15 years plus. So if it's still around, I guess it's pretty valid. So check it out. If you don't believe in urban legend, Snopes.com. Well, it looks like you stuck with me to the end, so I'm going to let you in on a little secret. You tired of doing all your work yourself? I am. I wish I could pay someone else to be in this suit and talk to the camera, but I can't. I have to do it. But if you're not me and you have other stuff you need to get done, head on over to Fiverr.com. That's Fiverr.com. It's a website where people post their services for a fee. And the fee can be really cheap or somewhat expensive. But it's usually things like you want someone to do your grocery list, or write a paper for you, or do your work. Anything that can be done over the internet. And I've had a few projects through that website, and they've been great results. So, if you need stuff done, but you just don't have the time, head on over to Fiverr.com. Fiv as in Victor, ERR.com. And pay someone else to do it. You'll thank me later.
Channel 3 on Meyotch TV.